barrel. So that side. Now the first thing you're going to do is to take apart the RAM. This is a 3/16. So let's into the back of this. Then you unscrew it. One trick I like to do is to take out the RAM. If it can be hard to tap out, what you can do is take out the bolt, push it forward halfway, push it down, and it makes it a lot easier. Instead of having to take a Allen key and scratch it up. It's hard to see there, but it's actually like really scratched up for me trying to do that. But that's the RAM right there, and as you can see, is the Zig-2 kit, and it's not focusing. Camera's not focusing, but it is a Zig-2 kit, and it's got a bumper in there, and a urethane bumper in there. So you got dual bumper systems, and it makes it a lot smoother, and it's a lot smoother than the previous Eteks. And I'm not going to lube this up because I already got plenty on it. I don't want to overlube the gun. So after that, you just slide it back in. You can just screw this down. Now you can use an Allen key to tighten it, but you don't want to tighten it down too hard because you can possibly damage some of the O-rings that hold this in place. Also the bolt, I don't at all recommend lubing these because they get inside the gun. They cake the eyes, cake the detents. But one thing I do like to do is take a clean swab. Run it through there. And I don't, if you use a swab like that, you're okay, but if you use a pull-through squeegee, you can possibly tear the detents inside there. So, slide that back in. And one way to check is to slide this forward and make sure you can push against the poppet, or the valve. So the next thing is the reg. Now the Etek 4 comes with a SL3 reg, and the only difference here is that you got an angled collar rather than 90 degree. It makes it a little bit easier, but the only problem is though is that it's so hard to remove the macro line because it's just so short. So what I like to do is just unscrew it from here, like that. Make it a little bit easier. As long as you'll have the collar lubed up, it should be pretty easy because it's a swivel bottom. So you can just pull that away. And there's my, hold on. So I got interrupted. And then what you can do from here is to pull back the collet, and then you can pull the regulator away. So what we're going to do is we're going to zoom in a little bit. It's going to be a little darker. And we're going to go ahead and take this apart. Now, I know a lot of people, they say you can just tap this and the piston comes out. I like to do is unscrew this. Sorry, it's going to be a little dark. Drop out this spring. And with a little work. There's the piston. So again, I have this lubed up so I don't have to. It's a very lightweight. So, that's the SL3 reg. You see there? Use this spring, which is nice. I hate those washers. A little machine oil there. Now take apart the swivel. All I gotta do is just pull it away, and obviously the swivel. Now I do recommend you lube these O-rings. It's gonna make it a little easier to get your swivel on there, and the swivel will move a little easier. You want to take apart the adjustment screw. You screw this in all the way with a 1/8, which is the same one they use to adjust the velocity. Screw this all the way down. You can pop it off, but I don't recommend it usually. It's not something you have to get to unless you're having problems. So slide that there, and screw this back down. So you want to make sure that this piston is, in there, so you don't get anything, problems with it, which a lot of people would have when you take this apart the wrong way. So we can just leave that there for now, and take apart the LPR. It's actually very simple. You just unscrew this. Now I don't have to lube the regs after every single time you play, but I generally recommend it because it's gonna shoot a little bit smoother. So I'm gonna set this side. So what you do from here is you're gonna see there for the piston. What I'm going to do here is drop up this is the LPR spring. This is the spring that's actually used to regulate the LPR. And then from here, what you can do is you can kind of just grab it and then pull it off. Now there is a, let me get this out. There's a spring there that goes in the inside the LPR, and it goes on the pin. There's no way you're gonna be able to say that. There's a little pin inside there. The spring goes on that pin, so you gotta line this up. It takes a long time. I don't like doing this, but you just kind of just put this on the piston inside there. There you go, and you can see there the LPR spring. There you go, kind of see it. It's on that pin, and it's perfectly lined up. So you can just drop the LPR inside there. Now you just need to lube the O-rings and this back piece, because that back piece is actually what seals the LPR from the body. Drop the piston inside there, and there's a lot of machine oil from the factory. And that's about it. So, reinstall this. I'll give you some hints on how to put the macro line back in, because the new angled collars and the new ASA makes the macro line really short and hard to get back in. There. Now it's going to be under spring tension when you put this back inside. Be kind of patient. You don't want to catch the threads. Screw that back down. And I like to use the microfiber cloth and just get off any of the oil. It's a little nicer. Then the reg, now you can see there it is the proprietary threads, male threads, female threads. So you're not going to be able to put standard regs on here, but this one actually works really good. I haven't had any troubles with the reg before, so I'm good there. Sorry if my voice is kind of low. It's like kind of sick right now, actually. Sorry about that. So this is what I do usually is you pivot this right here, put the macro line in, and then kind of just like really tightly. It's kind of hard though because these new fittings on there makes the macro line really short, and yeah, works really well though, but it's hard to put in. I'm just gonna make sure it's in all the way though. Okay, there we go. Now one thing I do like to do before I is put on an air source. Make sure it stays off actually. Put on an air source. And I like to test the guns before I use it to make sure it's not leaking. So you're probably gonna hear a loud sound, so careful. There you go. Yep, no leaks. You can hear it. I'm gonna be quite real so you can hear it. There's no leaks. No leaks down the bolt, and no leaks down the barrel. So we're good there. I can feel the air pressure, so that's and they're good. And I can't fire because I'm indoors right now, so but I'm just doing this test for leaks. Unthread that. And now one thing I always like to do, and as you can see there's still air pressure inside the gun because the Planet Eclipse regs are floating based regulators. But this part degas all the way, LPR does not degas. There's still air inside here. There's no air behind the poppet. There's air holding this back. You can feel there. So I'm going to turn off the eyes. And you're probably going to hear a loud noise, so careful. Actually, get a swab. There you go. Yeah, all the air's out of it. Okay, all the air's out of it. And this is on semi-auto, by the way. And then always one thing I do like to check though, slam that against the poppet, and there's no air left. There's no leaks. It's all good. So that's basically how to do maintenance on it. It's actually pretty easy. It doesn't take any time to really get used to. I mean, you know, you can do this without any. You really actually don't need tools to do this. You don't really need an Allen key to tighten this back down. I mean, I can get that off by hand actually right now. I just broke that loose and I just tightened it down to an Allen key. So you don't really need to do that, but a lot of people feel more comfortable tightening everything down to Allen key. This part you cannot tighten down. There's no place to put a wrench other than the adjustment screw, but that's an adjustment screw. This right here, you can actually take a 5/16. If you screw down the velocity screw all the way, there's a hex port right here to put 5/16, and if you want to tighten down, you can, but I don't recommend it because it doesn't really need that. The only other thing to do is also maybe feel for the D10s. Yeah, so that's actually about it, so thanks for watching. Nice little shot of Etek there. My hand's blocking it. I don't care really.